guys, it's Kendra. So welcome back to our channel. And for today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my favorite fragrances to transition from winter to spring. And I know this is like a really tricky time when it comes to weather right now. It's very confusing, honestly, especially here in Georgia. I always feel like right before spring, it always feels like fall, but in reverse. So it's really freezing cold early in the morning. Middle of the day is super nice, like 66, 67. Then at night it's freezing cold again. So these fragrances are going to be perfect for this confusing weather that we have going on at the moment. They are like the perfect middle ground for like getting ready for spring, but we're not quite there yet. You know, these aren't like completely filled with spring, but they're like a sprinkle of spring and a sprinkle of winter, if that makes sense. But I'm gonna hop right into the fragrances. I think I have 7 to talk about. So a small number, but all great recommendations. So let's just get right into it. Actually, it's 8. I just realized I added an extra one at the last minute. So I do have 8. But my first one is going to be one of my newer favorites in my collection. This is from the brand Greedy. And this one is Jam de Lillier. I'm pretty sure I'm still saying that wrong. But this brand is a fantastic niche brand. I got this off Lucky Scent. That's where you can get Greedy fragrances from. I'm sure you can get them from other places, but that's where I get mine from. And this one is a gorgeous powdery floral with some sweetness to it. If you guys love like very airy, like fluffy, sweet scents, you're going to love this one. It's a very feminine, soft perfume. So it's on the sweeter side, so it's long lasting, but it's not too floral to where it just feels like a straight up like floral. It's like the nice in between, and a lot of these fragrances are going to be in that category for me, at least what I think they smell like. This one is so pretty. This just smells like a beautiful woman. Super soft, like I said. If you spray more on, you're gonna get more of the sweetness, but for sure you initially smell like that powdery smell. So this does have some bergamot, some jasmine, some rose. It also has some vanilla, which you smell like at the very end. You don't really smell that much of the vanilla. You mostly smelled like the bergamot in the top note, and for sure the rose, and in the base you smell a very like musky, soft note. It's very musky. If you like musky, like sexier scents, you will really like this one. The ambergris and the jasmine is also what's giving it like that really pretty, soft, feminine touch, but not too floral. So I love this. And again, I don't really see this perfume being talked about ever. I love it though. Really pretty. Highly recommend if you're looking for like a niche brand and you want to smell unique but still pretty and soft. This is the one. Next, I have something on like the fruity side, but still very fitting for a transitional perfume, and that is Juliette Has a Gun's Lipstick Fever. This is fantastic if you're looking for something in the fruity family, but you want something a little bit edgier, and you still like soft, like irisy, powdery scents, but you want something a little bit darker. This is like the perfect nighttime scent for like this transitional weather. So if you're looking for something for nighttime, Lipstick Fever is fantastic. Although I wish the lasting power for this one was a little bit longer. You have to spray more on to get it to last longer, but the actual scent is bomb. I just feel like I spray way too much of it for me to actually smell it for longer than like 3 hours. So you do have to spray more on, but it smells so good. This has raspberry, it has iris. So if you are into that type of scent, you would absolutely love this one. And it's not like a sticky sweet perfume. It's like more on the like fruity soft side, but it has like some leather touches to it. I don't know if it has leather in it, but I for sure smell like something that's like edgier. It does have some cedar in it as well, which is probably why it's giving me more of like that, you know, edgier feel. Is like a woodiness to it that's also still really feminine, but appropriate for nighttime for transitional weather. Next, I have something that I have not mentioned on my channel yet, but I have been loving this perfume lately. It's from another niche brand. It's from UNENUIT NOMADE. I think that's how you say it. And this is the Jardins de Misfah perfume, the Jardins de Misfah. And this one is a gorgeous rose scent. If you are into rose perfumes, you're going to absolutely love this. As you can see, I have quite a dent in this one, and I'm obsessed. This is a gorgeous rose, but not like a super like fresh rose. This is a very like dense, sweeter rose. So if you guys are looking for like a sweet rose that's not super like fresh fluffy. If you don't like a super fresh rose, if you like something a little bit warmer of a rose, this is perfect for you. I think this is the perfect transitional rose because it's not a fresh clean, but it's not like a gourmand either. Even though this would be considered like in the gourmand family, this doesn't smell too sweet. If you guys are into rose, but if you also love like spicier notes like nutmeg, cardamom, you would love this. It has those notes, but it also has dates, which gives it that really sweet warmness to it. That's what I smell the most, is the rose and the dates. And if you guys don't know, dates are extremely sweet to the taste, and you can kind of smell that in the perfume. So it's like a rose with dates. It's a very warm rose. And the dry down too, you smell some almond and some saffron as well, which I absolutely love. For sure recommend this if you want something more unique in the floral family, and if you don't like super fresh florals, if you like a warmer floral, I highly recommend this one. And it has a very great projection. This is very long lasting, and I can't get enough of this one. I will for sure still be wearing this one well deep into the spring, but this is the perfect time of year to wear this one. Next is one that I'm pretty sure you guys are tired of hearing me talk about, but it had to make it in this video because it was just perfect for this video, honestly, and that is Mon Guerlain Intense. If you guys are looking for a beautiful feminine scent that just smells absolutely beautiful, you're going to love this one. This is a perfectly blended perfume. It has everything you could ever want, plus some unique qualities to it. This is vanilla. This is two different types of vanilla. This has lavender, it has iris, it has sandalwood, it has musk. This is a all-around great perfume, and I think a wide variety of people will love this. This is, I think, my second bottle of this size, keep in mind, because it takes a while to get through like a 3.4 fluid ounce perfume, and this is my second bottle of this one. Absolutely love it. Will continue to repurchase this. Has a great projection, and this is perfect for a girl who loves sweet florals, but you don't want to smell like juvenile. Like, it still has that sweetness to it, but it's something very sophisticated about this that I think you would enjoy. Very much giving everyday, going to work, pretty feminine, womanly smell. Absolutely love this. Next, I have another niche brand, and this is from Nihilo, and this is Explicit. This one I absolutely love. It's very long lasting. You need, like, I overspray like I do all my fragrances, but I think 5 sprays, 3 to 5, but obviously you guys know I'm not doing that, but I recommend 3 to 5 sprays. Love this. Smells very put together. I can't really describe it any other way rather than just put together, perfectly blended. It has praline, it has rose, it has pink pepper, peony, lily, Petalia. So like, those are all the florals. I love peony. I love Petalia flower. It has like a softness to it that I've smelled in other perfumes that I own, but I absolutely love Explicit. If you guys have smelled this one before, you know that it's like the perfect go-to everyday scent, and it's perfect for transitional weather, and it has like that sexiness to it that has like the sandalwood and vanilla in the base that I love in the base of all my perfumes. So it's like the perfect balanced perfume, which is why it's perfect for this video. This was also in my niche favorites. If you guys want to know what like all of my niche favorites are at the moment as far as my fragrance collection, go check that video out because I did mention this one, and this is like perfect for transitional weather. Can't recommend this one enough. So try out Explicit if you are trying out this brand. Highly recommend. Next is a perfume that I discovered this winter recently that I will for sure be wearing very deep into spring because I'm obsessed. And every time I wear this one, Kelsey compliments me every single time. This is a huge compliment getter. This is from Lancome, and this is the La Vie Belle Iris Absolute. So this is a flanker of like the original, and I used to own that one like a long time ago, maybe like 6-7 years ago, and I used to love that perfume before it got too popular. But that one used to get a lot of compliments because it's like a very designer signature, like classic sweet kind of smell that is very crowd pleasing. Like, it's hard not to like that one. Unless you're not a fan of patchouli, then you probably won't, but if you love patchouli, you'll be obsessed with it. It's very pretty, very sweet. But this one, if you are a fan of iris, which I am, and when I saw that they came out with this one, I was like, I'm gonna love it because I can read notes and I can just tell when I'm gonna love a perfume. As soon as I got it from Ulta, I was like, I'm sold. It's absolutely stunning, so feminine, so pretty, but it has an airy sweetness to it that doesn't feel too dense, which is what the original smells like. The original one is a little bit more sugary. This one is lighter, fluffier, but still sweet. Like you still get like the sweetness without like the sticky, like heavy sweetness, if that makes sense. So I highly recommend this one. This does have some orange blossom. You guys know I'm not a fan of orange blossom, but it works really well in this one. I highly recommend this if you are looking for an alternative to the original and you want just like a softer like finish. It's still sweet enough for nighttime though, because it has great projection. Every time I wear this, like I said, I get complimented. This does have black currant, so it has like some fruitiness to it. It has vanilla, of course. It has fig, it has orange blossom, like I said. It has iris, and it also has gourmand accord, which gives it that super sweet vibe that's not too sticky because the other notes balance everything out, I think. This one also does have patchouli, which I think makes it last longer. So I think patchouli works really well with iris. So patchouli has a polarizing like smell, but it does smell good with other notes that help balance it out. So it's not too heavy on the patchouli, which I love. Iris Absolute is my baby. I want to get the bigger bottle. As you can see, I've used quite a bit and I love her. Okay, so next is probably the softest perfume I'm going to mention in this video. The other ones are quite very much right in between that winter spring category, but this one is leaning more spring, but I still think it's perfect for this time of year for like the clean fresh lovers. Like if you're looking for a good freshie that smells soft and pretty, that's still appropriate for cold weather, because I wore this the other day and I got complimented, and that is Givenchy Irresistible. If you can still find this one in stores, I highly recommend. I, of course, will have all the perfumes linked in this video, but for some reason they don't have this on Sephora anymore. And I don't know why, because this is probably one of their best like recent releases. Irresistible is bomb. So if you love fresh, if you like clean, but you also like fruitier notes that are warm and the dry down, you're gonna love this one. As you can see, I pretty much have used the entire thing. This is so pretty, clean, but still sweet. This has pear, it has ambrette, which is a great note for someone who likes to smell very understated but still good, almost like your skin but better. That's what ambrette smells like to me. This does have rose and iris, which are two of my favorite florals. If you guys can tell throughout this video, I'm very consistent with my notes. I love rose and iris. And this also has musk and Virginia cedar. So like I said, if you like a musky, like airy kind of perfume that's like your skin but better, this is a no-brainer for you. So this, I think, was also in my signature scents video last year, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was like my signature scents video that I did the top of last year, I want to say. This, I can't recommend it enough. So if you can find it, highly recommend. The flanker is also really good, but the original, like this one, perfection. Next is very much like the most floral perfume in this entire video. Like the other ones were like in the floral family, but they had other notes that are still appropriate for right now. This one is the most spring to me, but I think it's still appropriate for colder weather because of like the flirtiness to it. It's a very flirty perfume, and this is from Belheim Perfumery, and this is Flor Burlesque. So I talked about this some years ago in mine and Kelsey's like favorite like feminine scents. We talked about like feminine sexy perfumes, and this made it in that video. And I mentioned how timeless this perfume is. It's a very timeless, sexy, gorgeous, like womanly perfume, but you have to love florals to love it. But this perfume specifically gets better with time. For example, like when you first spray it, it's a very nice floral. But I'm not gonna lie, when you first spray it, you smell the gardenia, which I'm not a huge fan of. Y'all know I hate gardenia. But this, as it dries down, gets prettier and prettier and prettier. So the longer you wear it, it's so much better. Like the juice in this one is really interesting because this does have gardenia. This has jasmine, which I do like. This also has sandalwood and amber. And I think the dry down with the sandalwood and the amber are taking over the scent later. So you for sure smell the gardenia at first, but it doesn't stay there too long. And if it does, it blends really nicely with the amber and the sandalwood, I think. This is not a blind buy though. You have to smell this one in person, I think, to see if you like it. But I highly recommend this one for this time of year because it's very flirty. And I think a specific type of woman would love this. Like not every woman will like this kind of perfume, but it smells very timeless, very vintage, but not in a mature way. Very much in a modern way, but you still should smell it in person. I recommend. But I do think it's a perfect transitional spring perfume. Okay guys, so that wraps up all of my winter to spring fragrances that I think you would love. I tried to give you guys like a nice balanced mix of like designer and niche. I did want to share like a variety of scents, but all of these I think still fall in similar categories. They all are for sure in like the super girly feminine category. That's the majority of my collection. So let me know what you guys are wearing this time of year, because like I said, it's so confusing to decide what to wear. And I do think these are perfect. So these are what I've been grabbing. And let me know what you've been wearing this time of year when it's, you know, cold, hot, then cold again. Let me know. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, these will all be linked in the description box, and I will see you guys in the next one.